All right. Most important question of the day is what'd you say when you hit that three in front of your dad and turned around?
I just said, because I saw him last night, and so when we were talking, I was like, don't let me hit a three in front of your bench. You're going to hear it from me. So I just hit a big boom and then just laughed at him, just smiled at him on the way back.
Just for all three of you, getting back home, playing a team that, a Division I team. I know you haven't played all Division I teams here. The score's kind of been lopsided. Just how are you guys feeling about where you are right now as get close to the calendar turn in 23-3, and you can kind of see conference games in the horizon there?
Basically, just taking one day at a time. We're just going to be us regardless of who we playing. So we're just going to try to stay healthy, get through this break, and then be time for conference play.
And Terell, this question's for you. Obviously, you're playing against your dad's team today. Just sort of expand on what that experience was like when you played against them.
It's surreal, honestly. I just grew up. I've grown up, and my dad was always my dad. And as I get older, I realize he's more like. As I got older, I realized how special he was on the court, also. So for him, and then the words he said with Corey after the game, they really hit. They really hit home because. He's my idol in a way. Like, he's the person I always looked up to, and for him to be proud of me in the same way that I'm proud of him is special.
And how much did you all talk about this game, like, in the lead up to it? Because obviously you all both knew it was coming. What sort of were the conversations like between you two leading up to it?
It was always me trash talking. I'm always popping my stuff, and I always told him, like, just be ready for us. Just be ready for us. We coming through, and. Yeah, I was excited. He would always be like, okay, I ain't worried about y'all. But it was fun for sure.
And, of course, this was your first game back this season. Just overall, how good does it feel to be back out on the court?
Man, I just want to thank Corey, George, all the coaches for just getting me back healthy, taking care of being at the point I need to be at when I got back today. And I honestly felt good out there. I felt like I'm in like mid-season stride. I felt good, and I just hope I can continue that.
Again, you got just one more game non-conference before you hit the conference schedule. We're here in December, obviously. I mean, you had the grind of the preseason, and Coach Langton talked earlier about staying fresh as far as your physical health is concerned. How good does this team feel right now, physically? I'm saying, when you get out on the court, it seems like you guys are pretty fresh, even coming off a week of exams, for example.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we feel a lot better than we did last year at this point. So we definitely, been preparing our body the whole off season, for this point. So we just got to maintain like you said, the healthy diet, everything, and we'll be fine.
And what is this team seems to just enjoy what it's doing right now. Everybody's playing a different role, good number of minutes. You throw Terell back in there now. Just the mindset of how you're approaching this season. You can throw cliches out there, but this is kind of a special thing seems to be developing here. Would you echo that?
Yeah, you can say that. We just all enjoy playing with each other. I know Coach goes out there and basically puts in a new lineup, it seems, pretty much every game. So we don't really care about who starts or who all that. We're just trying to win the game at the end of the day. So that's all we're worried about.
For Zoe and Julien, this is, I guess basically the third game without Mezzi since he was playing hurt against UVA. Just can you kind of expand on how you guys have stepped up and adjusting to knowing you're kind of a guy down in the front court there?
Well, Mezzi, he's going to come in and always bring that energy. So we just had that mindset that we're going to, that energy that we don't have, we're going to bring it and fill it up for him. So that's basically what we focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else from you?
All right. Well, as a coach, you're always nervous coming out of exams. You don't know what to expect with your team. And, they've dealt with a lot in the past week with classes and study halls and being up all night. And I thought we did a good job of coming in and having energy. We played really hard. We weren't sharp on every part of our game. But in the first half, I thought, we took care of the ball. We had great energy on defense, forced a lot of turnovers that led to some points. And I just thought our energy and our effort was really good. And, some of the execution wasn't the best, but you kind of expect that. And we were able to, even push the score up just by how hard we played and the multiple bodies we were able to play tonight.
Along along those lines, I think 10 guys scored in the first half. Is that kind of how you, in your ideal situation, is that kind of how you envision this team playing?
Well, that's the strength of this team, and so you know, as a coach, you're trying to look and say, you know, what's the best way for us to be successful and the best thing for this team. And you know, my 9th, 10th, 11th guy can play, and you know, we knew this game that they were missing some guards, and we thought that we can kind of wear their guys out and try to really make it a fast-paced tempo, and we did it to an extent to where we had score separation a lot earlier than I expected. I thought we might have to wear them down in the second half, but I thought we wore them down in the first half just by the energy that the guys came in.
And when we talk about the energy, obviously, Terell was, you know, raring to go in this one, comes out, I think, just immediately gets a rebound, steal, assist. Like, just how much does he bring to this team when you look at his stat line, what he can do?
Yeah, I mean, Terell makes winning plays, and you know, we're better when he's on the court. We're better when he's in uniform and not in street clothes. And you know, there was the play you're talking about. I thought was just kind of like a typical Terell play. He goes in, he's undersized, gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Noah, and Noah makes the three. And it's this, you know, great energy, effort play, toughness play. But his deep defense, you know, he's one of the best on the ball defensive guys on our team, one of the best, I think, you know, in the country. And you know, I thought he passed the ball really well tonight. 8 assists. I don't think we have anybody on our team that's had 8 assists in a game this year. I think that was the first time, and he did it in 15 minutes. So that's a lot of activity with his stat line in 15 minutes. I was trying to only play him 12, and you know, he got so hyper in the first half and running around that his minutes got a little further than I wanted to, but you know, it's great to have him back. It really is.
Okay. Well, I asked the players about this, Mark, because you were talking about in the past about the physical aspects of the team and how they felt. You know, with as many players as you're playing right now, they seem to be, aside from injury here or there, pretty healthy and feeling good at this stage. Do you feel yourself good about where they are as we start to turn the corner and head into conference play with just how much pep they've got in their step, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, we're able to come at teams in waves, and you know, sometimes our second group is better than our first group, which that's a compliment to, you know, their ability. We haven't had like a strict starting lineup. You know, there's been, you know, I wanted to start Tyree tonight because I thought he could bring some defense intensity out there, and we went 4 smaller guards, and I think we got some versatility, and you know, hopefully whatever the game calls for, but you see it throughout the season, and what you don't want as a coach and as a team, where injuries or illnesses kind of decimate your team and change the outcome of your season. And you know, you don't want anybody to get hurt, but the likelihood is going to happen. You don't want anybody to get sick, but it's probably going to happen. And then I know this league in the Sun Belt, these Thursday, Saturday games are hard. You know, especially you look at some of the times what you got to travel from one Thursday to Saturday, and you're going to need some extra legs, and you don't know who's got that extra boost of energy because it's difficult. And so, you know, I wouldn't want to have a 7-man rotation on a Saturday game in the Sun Belt. You know, hopefully we keep healthy guys and keep the same guys playing.
Does your mindset shift at all now heading into Sun Belt play?
Well, we got one more, and I had to correct Dave on it too. I think Dave was already drinking eggnog, and he said the last game before Christmas. I said maybe yours. We're playing a good conference state team coming up. They got a point guard on their team transferred from Penn State who's going to be one of the best guards we play against. So we got to finish the deal, and then we got a really tough game coming up. But then right after that, we kind of switch into Sun Belt play. And so, you know, I love to be able to get 10 non-conference wins. I think that's a big accomplishment. And so we got our challenge ahead of us, another road game. And then when we start Sun Belt, it's a gauntlet to begin with. We got really tough teams right away, a lot of road games. But we'll just worry about Conference State and then have Christmas, and then after that, you know, deal with Georgia State and Marshall and everybody else.
What's the travel schedule like coming up with the Wednesday game that happened to be back before New Year's?
Yeah, so what our guys will do is they'll report back Christmas night. We won't practice, but they'll get back, and then we'll practice twice on the 26th. We'll practice here on the 27th and go down to Atlanta that night. have a practice there 28th, and then get ready for Georgia State.